Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, and Jarom.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome to episode number 39, the Khabibulin of the Windy City Benders Podcast.
Did you want to say his name again?
The Khabibulin.
You said Khabibulin.
Khabibulin.
It's the Khabibulin.
I tried to get the Khabibulin. That was a little French.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that one. Yeah, sorry.
It's more like Khabibulin. You sound like you have,
Hippopotamus.
sound like you have peanut butter stuck to the top of your mouth.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. Along with us, as per usual, is Nolly.
Hey.
And Jarom.
Hey.
What is going on, fellas? Been too long.
Well, I mean, it's not like I haven't seen you.
Yeah, I know. But
if I hadn't seen you in this time, it'd probably be better. But, whatever.
Yes.
Jarom, how are you?
I'm good. Good.
Lovely.
It's a great answer. It's been
Great
a month.
answer. Good.
You're just good.
I'm good. Benders are in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
The Caps have set the bar for what the championship rally needs to look like. So I think we have to kind of up the ante. I don't know about you guys.
I'm calling off Friday. No way I'm going into work Friday. Win or lose, there's no way.
Yeah, lots to go through. We didn't really cover the entire final
At all.
We previewed it. But
I think we did a great job doing it.
Yeah, we did. We really did.
It.
We no. But great final. So happy for the Capitals. And they are going to be drunk until next December.
They're not going to have a team next year. They're going to opt out. It's going to be 30 teams next year. Vegas is going to take their spot for the 30th team next year. No more 31.
Unbelievable.
Take a season off.
We'll get to all the antics here in a little while. But before we get to that, we got some hacks time.
Hacks. Getting better. I mean, it's always been good.
Yeah, but it's just hacks. Oh, okay. That one sounded like a boat. The boat was coming to shore. Lots of stuff to get through. I guess we'll just kind of start with some of the rumors that are kind of floating around right now. Lots of shit going down. I don't know. I guess not really going down, but being said.
Allegedly.
Some Crawford rumors, some rumors about old Blackhawks coming back.
About losing a captain.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Rumors are rumors. Obviously, they're never true until it happens, but still kind of exciting to see that
they're willing to
there's something's going to happen soon. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to go in on that one. Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly all the rumors, so I'm just.
Well, I know for sure the latest one is Scott Darling and Justin Falk coming to Chicago. I don't know what the package going out would be. Would it have to be a hefty contract? I know that. It certainly wouldn't be a Seabrook. I feel like Carolina's not dumb enough to take something like that. Maybe they are.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Because I've been hearing things about Carolina, about how they're ready to make the next step forward to be an actual contender, which I mean they're not far off.
Yeah, they're
definitely not far off.
They just needed a solid goaltender.
Yeah, and
a little bit more depth scoring.
Yeah, but I mean they've got some guys who've got more experience than Tavo and Sebastian Aho, who both tore it up at the World Championships. Yeah. They were both fucking sick.
Well, they were clicking in the regular season anyway. There was a point where
it was Aho's first season, so he was kind of it's a rookie year pretty much. I mean he was kind of slow to start.
Is this his rookie year or was last year's rookie year?
I don't remember, but either way.
Who are we talking about? Aho?
Yeah.
This is his sophomore year. Was his past year?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's still getting into
young.
the game of it, yeah. And they don't have much veteran presence on the team. I feel like, winning veteran.
Yeah.
I mean, they have guys like Falk, but
I think Cameron Ward's the only one left from the Cup team.
Yeah.
Stahl is gone.
Yeah. They brought in the other Stahl,
Jordan,
who has a cup. So I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think of that.
But yeah, so I don't know if they would want like a guy like Seabrook, because it brings in depth in the D. But if you're getting rid of Falk, why the fuck would you want Seabrook?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. But yeah, fucking somehow Bowman can pull a rabbit out of his ass and get Justin Falk on the Hawks. I am all for it.
So here's the thing. Would you rather go and make a trade like that, or would you rather do something a little bit more drastic and go balls to the walls for somebody like Tavares?
Because that's also been a big rumor that the Huts are going to make a play at him.
Yeah.
What's
I feel like the chances of it happening are slim to none, because let's call a spade here. Where is he going to fit in unless somebody big goes? And I feel like nobody, like, no core guys, like the guys that have been here for the past 3 cups. I feel like none of them.
That's what we thought before Johnson. I don't know, because there's a lot of rumors going around about different guys moving. I mean, there's been rumors about Keith, rumors about Seabrook, rumors about Crow, rumors about Taves. So, I mean, I don't know. And Tavares has noted that he's not in it for the money right now. He's in it for the cups. He wants to be known as a winner. He's not about making like $10 million. Like, he'll take a budget cut to be on a good team to win a cup, which is fucking so awesome.
So what is the depth chart?
What does
that look like if we I don't even know.
How much is Justin Falk making right now? Jarom, can you look it up?
Yep.
Okay.
So say somehow we get to keep Taves and Tavares at the same time.
I don't think that happens.
Well, what's funny about the Tavares coming to the Hawks rumor, what's great is it came right when the Islanders were saying that they're interested in Crawford because they're trying to get a goalie to, show Tavares that they're serious about contending. So how great would that be if we trade them Crawford and use that cap space to sign Tavares?
That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Justin Falk.
Do they go out to throw in the Taves with a Crow trade then?
Justin Falk is making 4.83.
How many years?
Through 20. So 2 more years.
That's not a bad contract.
Not compared to what we have?
Not bad at all. If you can move Keith, you're saving it over $1 million, at least $1 million. And you got a young defenseman that he's kind of like a Keith, but younger. And I don't know.
So he
plays the same style of game.
What happens in 2 years though?
He helps our young D that we don't trade away this time, Bowman.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And they become superstars because that's how the Hawks do it. They grow superstars, obviously, and then they get traded, and then they come back and they're not good anymore.
They grow superstars. It just puts a picture in my head of Bowman, just watering some plants out front. Just Blackhawks are popping their heads
It's just
out.
flow coming out of the grass. You just see the flow grow, and then a beard comes out.
Looking at Carolina's cap friendly, here's my question, because the other part of that trade would be Darling. So this is a 2-part question. First one, would you, after the year he had last year, would you take Darling back for $4.15 million?
No.
Maybe not for $4.5 million, but I would probably take Darling back on one leg rather than watch stupid ass what's his face Forsberg in net anymore.
It's like I don't really care if we get Darling back, but at the same time, it's like, because we have Crow, but at the same time,
what happens when Crow gets hurt?
Crawford gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously Forsberg can't be leaned on right now.
And who knows?
Get him back, but at the same time, like, he has a huge contract, and I mean, I think it would help him out a ton, but at the same time, it might get him upset being a backup again.
Well, okay, so here comes my second part of the question.
That's such a terrible year.
What'd you say?
I said maybe don't have such a terrible year in your first year as a starter.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Okay.
and
So
get
here's the second part of the question. Looking at their cat friendly as well. Say Darling comes over, they will have no goalies.
Yeah, because Cam Ward's up too.
So do you think that this could be a Crawford going to Carolina situation?
I don't
That's
know.
a dumb trade. In that case, that's a dumb trade.
If you're gonna swap Crow for Darling, I mean Crow's an obvious established
I don't even know
superstar in the league, and Darling obviously we seen what he did last year.
I don't even know if I would go Crow for Darling and Falk straight up.
That was going to be my question because I was going to say I don't think it would not be a Crow for Darling. It would be a Crow for Falk, Darling.
I wouldn't even do that because we still have little to no goaltending at that point.
Give me Falk first round, Darling. I'll give you Crow, and you keep 3 out of the $4 million of Darling's contract, and maybe I'll think about it. Maybe.
Fair.
Maybe. Probably not, but it's a maybe. So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm trying to see about. I mean, we'll talk free agents and all that and replacements down the line. I'm trying to look real quick to see goalies. And
that's what I was about to look up myself, but my computer's being slow as dick.
I mean, there's not a whole lot. A lot of RFAs
being out there. I know McElhenney is out there. I don't know for how long. I think Toronto's going to want to.
Toronto probably swoop him up. Yeah, he played well for them. But yeah, I don't know. They obviously need to make moves. They're obviously talking about moves that they need to make. And the other thing is the Taze rumors.
Yeah.
Montreal, I guess, has been interested in him.
Which, if that trade turns out to be true, that is the dumbest. That's like somebody in Montreal is looking to lose their job type of trade.
What was it again?
Let me pull up.
It was like Taves and Crawford for Pacioretty and
it
Price?
was Taves and our 8th round overall for Pacioretty, Gallagher, and their 3rd.
Yeah, that's
not a good trade.
I mean, for us, it would be fantastic.
No, yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm talking from a Montreal perspective.
Yeah, but I mean, are they known to do anything well other than sign Price for life?
Yeah, I feel bad for Price, man.
I mean, I don't know. You can tell he's given up. He's over it. It's fine. He's Rick Nashing it now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Taze is just getting a beating in the media, Chicago media, or just hockey media in general.
I don't understand why he wasn't that bad.
Right.
Yeah, but the fact that you have to say that he wasn't that bad.
Well, it's just
superstar.
People are going insane over.
He wasn't good, and he's making $10.5 million.
He's still got his same 50 points that he gets every year.
Yeah, but he's not good defensively, and that's what he needs to be.
I disagree.
That's how do you disagree with that? That he was good defensively?
I don't think he was horrifically bad to the point to where we need to ship him off.
No, I'm not saying that either, but he's not playing the defensive game that he's always played that we need him to play.
No, but at the same time, he also doesn't have the backup support that he's always had, so he's kind of carrying more of the load than he normally would have.
So, yeah, he has to put in extra effort, which he isn't even putting in half the effort, it seems like.
Which is kind of what bringing my point is that there has been calls that even if he stays in Chicago, he should get the C removed because based on his offseason versus what you see from Kane is acting more of a captain and showing more leadership than Taze is.
As long as Taze is a Hawk, he's not going to lose the C.
No, never.
And I don't think they should.
So we're all in agreement that kind of statement and all that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
absurd.
I think that's just Kane actually maturing and getting to the level of Taze's leadership role. But I mean, again, me and my dad were kind of talking about it, and I mean, I don't know if it does. Do you think it goes back to just Taze has had too many concussions and something's wrong in the head? I mean, he doesn't do any of the any of the skates in the off season. I mean, the last 2 years he could have done extra stuff. I know he did the World Cup, but I mean, Kane's doing every time there's something he could play and he's playing.
No, I just think that's Taser's off ice workout. I think that's like his regimen. I think he tries to stay away from the on ice stuff and goes for the off ice stuff more so.
I mean,
well, maybe you should change it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair because I mean, some people do better when they stay off the ice. You know, take the break, recoup, and all that, but. It's not really helping.
Jumping back really, really fast to the free agent goaltenders, my computer finally started to work and I was able to pull it up. There's a couple pretty decent backups the Hawks could be looking at here.
Jeff Glass?
No, not even a little bit.
Michael Leighton, bring him back?
Nope. Michael Leighton is 37, by the way.
Hey, still kicking.
Jesus Christ.
Best goalie in the AHL.
Unbelievable. Chad Johnson, number 1 from Buffalo. That's a pretty solid move.
Yeah.
He's a solid backup. Anton Khudobin, he's pretty solid as well. Carter Hutton is going to end up making some money because he was lights out last year.
He would be good.
Yeah, he's probably going to end up going back to St. Louis and taking over that number 1 role.
Yeah,
he'd be good here. You know,
they can him in.
He knows the system already. It's a Carter Hutton. He knows the system already. He'd be a great fit for us.
He would be, but he's looking to be a number 1
backup. Yeah.
Well, if we trade Crawford,
stealing it from what's his face? Yeah, St. Louis.
Elliot or no?
Allen.
Allen.
Yeah, Jake from State Farm.
Jake the Snake. But yeah, I don't know. It should be interesting. Kind of made it all the more real when Rocky Wirtz came out and basically said, "This is it. No more bullshit." You know, Rocky doesn't like to get in front of the camera, even in front of a microphone. So for him to kind of hold a press conference, seemed like it was like an impromptu press conference too. Like it just happened like that day.
Well, I mean, if you think about it though, like this is the first like downfall that Rocky's ever had. Ever since he took over from his dad, it's just been uphill. And I think they finally hit a peak where they're not playing as well. Mm-hmm. The guys are getting older, and obviously fans aren't going to the games as much, and he's starting to lose out on not loyalty, but like dedicated fans that are there game in and game out. I mean, you're actually able to get season tickets. Like you're getting closer to being able to get season tickets finally, which you never would have thought of like 5 years ago. And I mean, their sales are down for sure. I mean, you can buy tickets day of game for $5. Like it's back to those days almost, you know?
Well, I think it's interesting that, you know, he didn't come out last year because, you know, Bowman and McDonough came out last year, guns ablazing. So he could just kind of sat back and was like, all right, you guys do what you got to do. And Bowman failed. Q failed. You know, so I think it's interesting that he kind of stepped in this year and said, all right, this is me speaking now. Enough is enough, or else shit changes.
It was different last year. They fucking were first in the league or in the division.
They still made the like.
But it kind of gives it a sense of like this is the line, like this is
right.
It. We're done.
Last year was the closed door to Bowman. You know what? Get your shit together. Didn't happen. So this year he's like, all right, I'm throwing you guys the warning publicly now.
It's the first year that they didn't make the playoffs since he had owned the team. So he just wants to keep a winning atmosphere in there, which you gotta love to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, it kind of answers any questions that we've pretty much had about,
you
know, what's going to happen if they lose again. And Rocky pretty much made it seem like by December, if they're not in a playoff spot, fucking shit's going.
I hope it's earlier. I hope it's by like November.
Both. It's not going to be one or the other. It'll be both. So yeah, I don't know. It should be interesting stuff. We were trying to figure out. Last season was silly season, which
is usually what we call the off season.
No, it was just last off season because it was the expansion off season.
The off season's always silly season.
It capped off perfectly.
God damn it. God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Caps win the cup. Silly season over. against Vegas. Silly season over.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good
I
for
was
you.
gonna say that before, and I was like, I'll see Poetz's reaction live.
Hold on to that one. So yeah, we're trying to figure out what we want to call this one. I think scary season is a good one, just because going into the off season, not knowing what the Hawks are going to do, is kind of scares the hell out of me.
Either scary season or Bill season. But what's the difference?
Bill season?
Yeah, Bill Wirtz. His dad. He's
Yeah.
Oh.
because it's back to like
Well, no,
cheap
let's not
seats
do
and
that.
Not in the playoffs.
Well, no, let's not say that, because that makes it seem like it's real.
It is real.
You're not real. I don't know.
There's no rule.
Transitioning using the scary season. The reason why it could be scary is there could be some really ugly, scary looking contracts given out if the cap goes up.
Yeah. And what's the latest that it might go up?
The latest I saw was $80 million, so up 5.
It's going up $80 million. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Really big turnaround from Vegas. Huge. Hey, I mean, $5 million. Tavares wants to take a small contract. Sign him up.
Rack them up.
Well, that right there would give the Hawks about $11 million to play with.
What?
If it goes up 5, that gives the Hawks about $11 million to play with.
And it gives them about like $700,000 to play with, right? So I think they're like over the cap, just because they always are.
Right now, they're at 68.
So, quick question: doesn't Hosa's contract still count against them in the offseason? So wouldn't they have to wait to sign somebody? Till the
No,
season starts,
because
like,
they can
Johnson?
go. I believe it's 10% above the salary cap during the offseason.
Yeah, but once the season starts, you have to be below.
Oh yeah, once it starts, it has to go below. So it would have to be. They would have to have enough contracts or like a big enough contract that can go to the minors for a day, or something like that. Like.
Or Cody Franson it again.
Yeah. Goes down for the day. First day of the season, Hosa goes on the IR, or they just get rid of Hosa. Find a way to get someone to take his contract.
Arizona, it's time to step up.
Yeah.
Let him retire as one of the greats with Pronger and Datsyuk.
The Hawks don't have too many free agents they need to sign.
Hinostroza is the only one.
I think Hinostroza and
Duclair.
John Hayden. Hinostroza, Hayden, Duclair too, I guess, yeah. But they're also going to go for Thomas Yurko because Bowman's got a Bowman boner for him.
Oh, yeah. Hayden, Clendenin.
Yeah, that stupid fuck made $1 million last year.
Yeah.
Can we please not give Svedberg another contract?
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2-2?
And if we give Cody Franson another contract, can we at least let that guy play?
Or at least let Rockford win the Calder Cup for the
Yeah, I know. So, I don't know. We'll see what the Hawks do, but it should be interesting. Part of me wants the whole Capitals team to go to the draft, just so they could be drunk, ridiculous assholes, kind of like they were at the NHL All-Star Game draft. Just because I think that would be hilarious if they're just like in a suite somewhere, just getting absolutely lit, and then they draft some guy 7th round,
some Russian,
like 300th overall, and they just go ballistic in the fucking suite.
This fucking 17-year-old kid.
Never gonna see the light of day on the
Yeah.
ice. But they go nuts. That's what I want.
Well, that's pretty sure that's illegal,
Yeah.
but
Well,
that's all right.
who knows?
Where's the draft? Isn't it in Vancouver?
Dallas.
Next year's
I
Vancouver.
said.
Did we have one more Hawks talk, or was that it?
No, that's it.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had one that kind of shifted them both. If we want to do that, the new during the league talk, they announced that the third jersey will be back.
Their jersey's going to be back. Should be interesting. I thought they were going to. I heard a report saying that they were going to hold it for 2 years, but I guess people got disgusted with what they were looking at to begin with.
They need
Well,
more
the Uggs
money.
best jerseys now. So,
I mean, they're not. Some of them are terrible. They grew on me. That's for sure.
yeah,
They actually look like comfortable as fuck. Like you're playing.
they look light.
Yeah,
They look like
They look-
you're wearing like those old time like
just Under Armour or something like that. Like stretchy Under Armour. Like it looks comfy as fuck.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I don't know. That should be interesting. I don't know what the Hawks' options are now.
Just do the black.
I say go back to that straight black one.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my vote. 100%.
I would
Don't bring
buy-
any of
I
those
would
stupid
buy
winter
that.
classes back. Go straight black.
I'm trying to look up. There's only 2 teams so far that have announced that they're doing third jerseys:
Which teams?
Arizona and Carolina.
Ooh, Arizona better fucking do their Aztec one.
Ooh,
Whatever it is.
that would be neat.
Yeah, because, oh my God. And who was the other one?
Carolina.
Carolina. Ugh.
And there was talks. I don't know if it was legitimate talks or if it was just like one of those things, but there was a rumor that Hartford might be in play for their third jersey.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Ooh,
actually.
yes, I read about that. Yeah.
In a book.
In a book.
That one wouldn't be terrible. Those stupid. They used to wear those black ones. I don't like those.
Yeah, those weren't good.
No. With the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those. So what would be your guys' favorite all-time third jerseys?
Ooh.
I proposed this question. I didn't even think about it.
It's kind of hard though, because like some teams like
Had
it was their third
so
jersey and
many.
rotated in as their actual
Right.
jersey, and then some of their third jerseys were just retro jerseys.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
that Columbus one.
Oh, I do love the Columbus, the Navy.
Yeah,
What?
that
With-
one.
with the
Columbus
cannon?
one. It was
Yeah.
the Navy. They had like the beige shoulders and
Yeah.
the tie, the string on the chest. I'll pull it up for you.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't think of it.
Honestly, I know it wasn't a third jersey, but I don't know. I really loved the Fisherman Islanders
Those
jersey.
are sick.
Those were so awesome.
What about the
Those are-
Mighty Duck jumping through the ice?
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
But that was just hilarious. I'm not a fan of it, but
No.
it's hilarious. I honestly, if the Ducks just threw in like their old school like Mighty Ducks
Yeah.
jerseys,
Yeah.
I would be a huge fan. I also liked Tampa Bay's. They had the blue and it just said Bolts,
Yeah.
like down like the Rangers do.
Yeah, I didn't like it when they went to black.
Yeah, no, it looked awesome in blue, and it would kind of fit because they have so many Rangers on the team.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Rangers jersey. Oh yeah, those are sick. Or if Columbus went back to the like actual like Columbus,
CD. Yeah.
the blue jacket, like the B.
Oh,
When they
God.
used to have the B on there, when they weren't sure if they were going to be like an army
Yeah.
or a little bumblebee, so they did
So they
both.
just did both?
One
Classic Rick
I
Flair.
really
Yeah.
liked Arizona with the Aztec coyote face, but it had like the like desert theme around the bottom. It was like a green jersey.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one? It was like I think it was so bad, but for some reason I loved it. I think it was because I got one when Amante was playing for him.
I don't remember that one, no.
I don't either.
Also,
If Minnesota did North Stars, but
Yeah,
also you can't because
Oh.
it's Dallas.
Yeah, they're still going to do it anyway, though.
Yeah, true.
Because they did it for the alumni game.
True.
I did like Colorado's alternate that they had for a while there.
Yeah. They wore him in one of the outdoor games.
Yeah,
Those were sick.
those were pretty cool.
I'm still, honestly, my favorite right now is probably the Winnipeg's thirds that they wore in the Heritage
Heritage.
Classic.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's like a mix between their new and their old jerseys.
Yeah.
And those are filthy.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are beautiful.
if we're talking about those outdoor games, I like the Toronto white ones.
But they wore white pants. and
Right.
white
If they
gloves.
would have wore blue pants, it would have been like perfect.
Yes, and blue gloves.
Yeah.
Probably would have won that game instead of getting smoked.
Maybe. We don't know.
Look good, feel good, feel good.
Yeah, they didn't look good.
They didn't feel good, so they didn't feel good.
No.
No.
I'm gonna pull a bunch of like third jerseys and throw them up on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should be cool. At least something different.
I like what team? Okay, but what team would you are most looking forward to possibly having a third jersey? Like out of all 31, what's like one team you'd want to see?
I was gonna say Vegas too, but I was gonna say Nashville because their yellow jerseys are just stupid, and I can't wait to them not to wear them.
Honestly,
So
that's
cool.
the one that kind of grew on me.
No, that's the worst.
It kind of grew on me a little bit.
The absolute
It's not
worst.
good, but I like when I first saw it, I wanted to throw up everywhere.
And you did, and you couldn't even tell because it was the same color as the jersey. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably Vegas just to see what they would do.
Honestly, wouldn't be upset if like Vancouver had a pretty cool like throwback one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just,
Or
I mean,
Washington went back to their like 98 one after they won the cup. Last time they won the cup.
Washington?
Or the last time they went to the cup, I mean.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Or just the throwback when Ovi first came in the league.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, basically that
same one.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Except it was black then and not blue.
Dallas needs to do the astronomy, the astronomy bowl.
Yeah.
Florida, because I hate their jerseys now.
Go back to what they were.
Yeah.
Or
So really like their soccer jerseys now.
The Thrasher baby blue.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop looking. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be an interesting thing though.
Calgary.
Calgary's a pretty decent one.
Yeah, they've always had some good jerseys.
I feel like this conversation,
flaming holes.
This conversation is leading to like a jersey episode this off season.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for just listening to us.
Yeah.
Reminisce.
If you guys have a favorite, let us know.
If we didn't talk about it,
I know.
Yeah. If you agreed with us, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. If you haven't shut it off already.
Or fast forward.
Yeah.
Just put a disclaimer. Like at this mark, we stop ranting nonsense. You can skip forward if you want.
Yeah. Capitals. Fucking did it.
Jesus.
Fucking did it, and I don't think I've ever seen happier people before in my life.
No.
Literally, like
So, well, one, just want to say my plan worked. Picked Vegas on purpose because I wanted to lose. And
all right,
fucking rights, I did it. I helped Washington. I'm just saying, I helped them. You're welcome, Ovi. Can I get a day with the cup? Because you've already had a week. So why can't I get a day?
Honestly, take a black light to that thing.
No, don't do that ever.
Don't ruin it.
Because we know he slept with it. So
yeah. I mean, Phil Pritchard has to be having a heart attack all week. Keeper of the cup, guy with the terrible hair. He's got to be absolutely losing his shit.
You mean the guy with the Phil hair?
Do you think he gave them the one that's at Toronto at the Hall of Fame for the most of the year? That's the one that Capitals have right now.
No, they gave it to Ovi, and then everybody else gets the day with the other one.
I was making the joke in the locker room after our Benders game, after the Capitals won the cup. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if Crosby had the real cup and everybody else was just partying with the replica? And Crosby was just like, I still have the real one.
It's kind of like what I tweeted at you, Nolly, and I was like, it's gonna be like Andre from the league. He's gonna make a double.
Yeah, and I hope he falls and it goes up his ass.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, Vegas comes out and wins game one. No. Yeah. And, Washington wins 4 straight, and they fucking do it no problem. They looked fucking good, and I had a feeling I know I didn't pick them to beat the Penguins in our bracket, but it was just because of the fact that they never did, and I until they actually did it, I never could pick them. And once they beat them, I was like, "There's no way anybody stops them right now."
Yeah,
they're on a fucking train, and Ovi was on a fucking mission this offseason or this playoff run because he's playing better hockey than I've ever seen him play in his 13 seasons because he was literally doing everything. He was fucking scoring, he was dishing the puck off, he was blocking shots, he was back checking. It goes back to the fucking dead controller gif of him just gliding into the zone when the Rangers score on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was a different animal, and that's what the Capitals needed from him. I mean, he's always been good in the playoffs, but he's never been that good. And I think everybody else seeing him play that hard just helped motivate them to be that much better.
it's funny. I was thinking about it the other day. The whole thing surrounding Vegas was, we're land of misfit toys. Nobody said we could. Everybody doubted us. Blah 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 blah. Well, guess who else said?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "No way, Washington could do it. No way, they're getting past the first round. Are you kidding me? They're playing Columbus. Columbus just won 17 fucking games in a row. They're never
they
going to
lost
get past
the first
Columbus.
2 games in a row.
Yeah, they're down 2-0. Holtby's not even starting. Oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, now they got to play Pittsburgh in the second round. Oh, geez, no way. Absolutely, they can't do that. Now they got to play Tampa. Absolutely not. Fuck off. Stamkos, Kucherov, Hedman, Vasilevsky. No way. They beat them. Vegas? Nah, I can't do it. Land of misfit toys. Nobody even knew it.
Well, not so much a land of misfit toys, but definitely a team that was
that nobody
up
felt
against the wall.
Yeah.
Not up against the wall, but was just an afterthought.
Yep.
Going into the playoffs. That's for sure.
I don't understand.
Goes back to the beginning of the playoffs when I said they had no pressure on them, and you disagreed. And just want to say,
I still kind of.
I still do. You know what? I disagree with you still on that.
Yeah.
How?
I still slightly disagree. I still think that there was a
How?
lot of pressure, but
There was no pressure.
They
There
were just
was
having
pressure.
Literally just said that everybody thought that they had no chance. How is that pressure at all?
Because
Nobody
because
thought
there
that they would
was
do it.
still
There's no pressure. They didn't win the fucking.
Because
They didn't win the.
the pressure
President's
didn't come from the
Trophy or
outside.
anything.
The pressure
Yeah.
always came from within
it
the
was
locker room.
inside
Yep.
and it came from
But it was
management.
forced from the outside.
Not really.
No, because
obviously, because this is the first year that there was no pressure from the outside, and they did it.
I mean, yes, I'll say yes and no. It was forced from the outside a little bit, just based off of like all the publicity that it was getting. But a lot of it came from what was happening inside the locker room. A lot of it came from inside their own heads. So I felt like they felt
like they can never get.
themselves turn a corner. I feel.
Yeah, well, that's why I said once I got past Pittsburgh, there was no stopping them.
Yeah, I feel like at that point, once
The outside pressure when they played the Penguins was huge because there wasn't any.
I think everything changed when Ovi won the game against Pittsburgh, Game 3, with like 20 seconds left to go.
Is that the one where he batted out of
where he
midair?
batted out of midair. 20 seconds ago.
That was a huge steal.
Huge steal.
Yeah.
And Penguins actually ended up tying the series going back to Washington.
Yeah.
But I feel like their mindset changed after that.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Definitely. But also, they thought that they were a better team to start the playoffs with Mike Grubauer and that. So that's
I don't know if that's true. I wonder if
that was going with
just let's light a fire under Holtby.
and
that was
it
also going with the
fucked.
hot hand too. Wasn't he playing pretty good at the end there?
Who, Holtz?
No, he wasn't. Grubauer was.
Grubauer was.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was playing well at the end.
So it's
Grubauer
kinda-
took over the number one spot.
I
Yeah.
mean, it made sense that Trotz did it. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely. And I was shocked he didn't start him. Holtby in game 2.
That one was more questionable. I think game 1 made more sense.
I didn't think that Grubauer really did anything to not deserve it, though.
No.
He you kind of had to thank Grubauer because he was the guy that took over for the team when Holtby was mashed potatoes upstairs. You kind of want to give the guy his due. Holtby had his shot and he kind of fucked it, and then Grubauer played okay in game 1, wasn't terrible, gave him a shot to win at least.
Yeah.
I think they lost that one in overtime, if I'm not mistaken.
First 2 games on the over.
Yeah, so they lost it in overtime, and then game 2, Caps were up like 2 or 3-0 at the start, and then blew a big lead. So it made sense to pull Grubauer then.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're not going to go back to Grubauer once you put Holtby back in. And Holtby played decently, so I don't know. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the save.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
Series.
It's
series
unbelievable.
It wasn't a series saver, but at the same time, it was.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
It changed everything. It could have been. If Vegas scores there, it's 2-0. Go back to Washington.
Yeah.
Because they'll win that in overtime probably.
And
Washington losing the lead with under a minute left.
not only that, if Vegas wins that game, and then Neal scores that goal in game 3.
Oh yeah.
I was just
that
about
he
to
hits
say.
the post on an empty net.
I was
Yeah.
about to say that empty net was like an haunting Vegas that series.
I felt like all playoffs, Vegas had this unreal puck luck, and anytime there was just any chance of the puck going in, it went in, and it finally turned on them, and the Capitals finally got all the puck luck that they needed, that Vegas had all of the playoffs.
That top line for Vegas was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found in the final.
And can we also just say that Kempney is a Stanley Cup champion?
Yeah.
That third-round pick better be a fucking stud. Oh, my God.
Rasmus Dahlin is going to go third round.
Yeah, he's going to drop to the third round. But, I mean, it's Washington just – they become a fucking mule, the whole team. I mean, Ovi was wheeling. He led the playoffs in goals. He had 14.
Set a Washington
Kuznetsov came out of
postseason
nowhere
record.
and fucking
30-plus points.
Yeah,
30-plus points. Are you
there was
kidding
a fucking
me?
stat. I can't think of it. There's only like 3 or 4 guys in the last like 10 years that get 30-plus points in the playoffs, and one of them was Malkin in like 2009, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he came out of nowhere and just fucking tore it up.
Incredible.
A
4.9 in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah,
Like,
huge.
okay, sure.
And everybody thought he broke his arm at one point.
I thought
still
he
came
snapped
out.
his wrist. Unreal.
I mean, their whole team. I mean, Backstrom was hurt. He came back and was unbelievable. His pass to Ovi in the final game, that power play goal.
Oh, the sauce.
You know what?
Oh, that is like when you draw up a power play for the Capitals, that's exactly what you draw up. An unbelievable pass by Backstrom and Ovi one-teeing it along the goal line off the goalie's ass in it.
So that's the thing about Ovechkin. That puck was sailing. It was actually tailing away from the net. He was so low that the puck was tailing away from the net, but he shot it in an angle to where he knew it was going to hit the back of Fleury's arm and then go into the net.
Not only that, it went off his foot too.
Did it go off his foot
It went
as
off
well?
Fleury's foot up into his arm and down.
Fuck me. Like, that is so smart. He looks like
He's
one of
so
the
good.
dumbest people of all time, but he's so hockey smart.
Yeah, he can score goals. And,
Oh, my God.
I mean, Oshie just fucking. That was his series.
Yeah.
Like
was a
he
monster.
owned that fucking series.
He was a monster. First off, what weirdo goes no belt? Did you see that?
A fucking Stanley Cup champion. That's who.
Yeah, but no belt? Seriously?
Yeah, Stanley Cup champion.
Freak.
He was going through the security. He didn't put it back on yet. Think about it, folks. Also, why would you put it
fair.
back on anyway? You're about to take it off anyway, so whatever.
He just came off the train.
No, I think he was checking into the building.
No, they had just come off the train at that point.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. He's a fucking Stanley Cup champion.
What?
Also, that play that he did, was it against? I can't think of who it was against.
Oh, game 4, the drop pass, take a hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was
What?
that Miller?
Some people were saying it was questionable. No, that's just a fucking smart hockey play. Like, you drop the puck and then a guy who's coming to hit you, you slow up and just throw your weight into him unknowingly. Like, that's just a great fucking hockey play. And it took him out of the play completely and helped them score there.
It's a smart play because it is a pick, but it was created by the opponent.
Yes.
It was created by the defenseman.
Yeah.
And Oshie was just smart enough to realize it.
Yeah, and
Kempney scores
and
the
it's-
goal.
It was funny, too, because, like, a lot of people were saying, like, a lot of, like, Vegas fans and, like, people rooting against the Caps were saying, like, oh, it was, like, a cheap shot and stuff like that. James Neal did it the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game before, he did the same exact play, and nobody was bitching about it at all. It's just, you don't see it often, and when you do, if you're on the other end, you want to bitch and complain about it, but when it comes down to it, it's just a smart hockey play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was unbelievable in the playoffs.
And you realize why after everything was all wrapped up and he did his post-game interviews. I mean, the things that he was saying about his dad were ruining me.
Oh, God, yeah.
Good Lord. I mean...
And then did you see the video that, I don't know if it just got released today, of him being, it was like him mic'd up, hugging his dad?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
His shoulders. Jesus Christ. Really just punches you straight in the soul.
Right to the feels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they obviously showed that all around they were a great team. They could score goals. to get back check. And their D, everybody, I feel like a lot of people questioned it. They had low-key great depth. I think we've talked about it. But, I mean, when you got Niskanen, fucking Carlson, John Carlson is going to get fucking so much money this offseason. He is going to get fucking paid for wherever he goes. He's
not going to be on the Capitals.
It's hard not to, but also
there's no way.
There's no way. I mean, fucking Kempny came in and was unbelievable. Yeah. Fucking Orlov is just a train. Their D was just unbelievable, and Holtby was just Holt Beast.
Was it Orpik that said that his finger was starting to fall off? I think
so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they turned it around. I feel like at the beginning, like the first round, it didn't seem like they were playing all that well, but they were getting by. And then, like you said, that turning point in the Penguin series, they just fucking...
They hit the gas after that. There was no turning.
The Russian gas, they hit it.
Is it
weird? Like to say sorry?
Yeah. Is it weird to think that maybe this was it for them? This was their only chance?
No. Especially the way they're partying.
Oh my God. Yeah, one of them might actually die from alcohol poisoning.
He's going to get lost in Russia. He's never going to come back. What if he retires? What if he goes to the K and just stays there?
I saw a tweet that was the day after the Caps won the Cup. And it was a tweet to an article saying Putin had conversations with Ovechkin last night saying that he wanted to come back to Russia. And somebody tweeted at that story saying, yeah, he looks real upset to be here right now. But
when Ovi got the cup,
man,
how does he have any vocal cords left?
Yeah, no, there's no way he does. Do you guys agree with him getting Conn Smythe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of saying in the locker room. I don't know if anybody heard me because it was like everybody was watching the presentation, all that. The narrative was set up for him. You know, like it was the same thing with like the Crosby situation, like the superstar. Where there was more players, that probably could have made a case for, but it's Ovi's first one. He's the superstar. The whole postseason was, will Ovi get his cup? Will Ovi get his cup? Thank God he delivered, this postseason, and it wasn't like, oh, he got 10 points, but it's Ovi, he needs it kind of thing, like thank God he deserved it. But no, yeah, I totally agree that it could have been him. I feel bad for Kuznetsov because, fantastic postseason.
Yeah, him and Holtby are probably the only two that had a chance, I think. I mean, everybody else played well, but Holtby obviously just did unbelievable things for them, kept in some games. And Kuznetsov had over 30 points in the playoffs and was just a stud for them. So, I mean, I feel like them two were the only leads. And I don't know about Fleury.
I think he still had an opportunity at it, but it was diminished a lot
when it went
over the last few games.
When they only won one game, it's hard to
and he didn't necessarily play well in a lot of them. Game 3, he was incredible.
Yeah, I'd say about one game.
The start of Game 6, he was very good. He just couldn't continue it.
You mean Game 5?
Sorry, Game 5. Yeah, I'm just so used to Stanley Cup Finals ending in 6.
Yeah.
Game 4 is what I think officially did for him. Even if they lost and he came back with a couple, that Game 4 is really, really hurt.
You compare it to what Giguère did in 2003 to get the Conn Smythe. Giguère forced it to a Game 7 almost by himself. He had 2 shutouts in the final.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Fleury
only going 5. It's kind of hard to get it.
Fleury was great up until that point. He just couldn't push it anymore.
Yeah, which you can't blame him.
Thanks, Spit and Chicklets.
Fucking Whitney disease.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Going back to Ovechkin getting the Conn Smythe, if Ovi is played as good as he had in playoffs before this playoffs, I don't think they win the cup. That's what I think kind of changes it from him to Kuznetsov.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they win the cup. There's no way he doesn't get it.
Oh yeah, I know.
But just him getting the cup.
He could not tear that from Bettman fast enough.
I texted it to you guys. It was literally a mix between when Messier got the cup and when Borg got the cup.
Yeah.
Because when Messier got the cup with the Rangers, he was jumping, he was screaming because he knew he did it for the fans.
Yeah.
And he was so excited for the city of New York because it had been so long for them at the time, which it's basically the same amount of time now. But he was so excited for his team and for the fans of the Ranger fans that he finally brought the cup to them. And that was 100% Ovi's reaction. He was screaming. Like, I can't wait to see the picture of him and Bettman together. I haven't seen it yet, but he's just going to be, his mouth's wide open. He's screaming. His veins are popping on his throat. And he did it for the Caps fans, and he did it for his team. He keeps saying how he's so happy that him and his boys are Stanley Cup champions. And he's not even saying him and his boys. He's saying he's so happy that my boys are Stanley Cup champions. And that's honestly something you don't hear often from Ovechkin, I feel like. I mean, I guess we don't hear too much from Ovechkin, but like that's not something you would think he would come out of his mouth.
You want to know what changed? Barry fucking Trotz.
Exactly. And I'll get there. But then it was also like Ray Bourque, because when he lifted it, it's like
tears.
I mean, it's every time somebody lifts the cup, especially for the first time, chills every time. But watching Ovi do it, him waiting just as long, but a long time like Bourque had, knowing how much effort and want they put into it, and seeing how much it meant to them and everybody else on the team, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And he took the longest lap with the cup, and I was so happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gave it up to Backstrom, which was just perfect because Backstrom's been there with him this whole time, playing just as well as he has.
It's been the 1-2.
He deserved it just as much.
Like, it's like they showed the picture kind of like when they had him and Backstrom were skating with the cup. I automatically thought
Ovi skated right up and grabbed the other side. He's like, we have to do this together.
Yeah, I automatically thought of that Kane Taves, what was supposed to be the cover of NHL.
Yeah. That might. What if that is the cover next year?
That'd be worth it.
That should be.
Yeah. But yeah, just watching Ovi get the cup, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody that happy getting the cup. Like, he just this whole, literally since they've got the cup, I don't think he's set it down once. He hasn't let it leave his side. Like, they were at the Nationals game, and literally during the middle of the play, you just see him in the skybox holding it up in the middle of the play. Nobody's like cheering out for him. Like, nobody's watching him. He's just that excited that he has the cup, and he's just raising it all the time. And it's unbelievable. It's so awesome. Like, even if you don't like Ovechkin, you have to be happy for him.
Well, think of it like, since 2009, the Caps have been Stanley Cup contenders, quote unquote. A team that should be in the Cup final, and every year they've disappointed.
Yep.
And every year the weight has gotten more and more heavy for Alex Ovechkin, because he's Ovechkin. He's the best player in the league.
Not only that, he has the whole team.
Exactly.
It's him. It's not the team. It's
exactly.
him.
I can't even imagine what it must feel like to have all of that weight on your shoulders.
And I feel like there's got to be pressure from like Russian fans
too. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just so much weight on his shoulders, and then just in an instant, it's just gone.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that must have felt like. I don't even know how he's alive right now.
He's Russian.
He was swimming.
He's drinking beers, not vodka.
He was swimming in a fountain.
That is probably my favorite video.
Yeah, I mean, they're just fucking. They're loving every second of it.
Yeah.
They haven't even had their parade yet.
I know.
And they're partying with their fans, and I love it.
Usually the parade happens like 2 or 3 days after the final is over, and like I feel like the city of Washington is just like,
not ready.
it's fine.
Not ready for it.
We're still going.
Yeah. I mean, their parade is them just getting hammered and hanging out with fans and fountains, apparently.
I'm actually very surprised at how much they're allowing the fans to be a part of it.
Yeah. They, like I said, like the fountain, like they let them jump in the fountain with them. There was another one where they were getting on the bus, and she turned around and just came back off the bus and was just jumping around with the fans. Like, it's fucking sick.
it's really weird because usually like the security detail doesn't let them get anywhere near the fans. I feel like the Caps are just like, you know what, it's fine. If I die, I die. I'm my one.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
and it's in Washington. You think there'd be like extra security or something. Well, I guess all the security's gone. They're with the president. But
yeah, I know.
Yeah, going back to, oh yes, Jim, thank you. Just send me the picture. It's fucking beautiful. That's amazing. Going back to it, Barry Trotz.
God.
Literally, like, they were questioning whether he was going to get re-signed at the end of this year or not. And honestly, I understand why there'd be questions if they lost again, whatever. But he literally turned Ovechkin's career around.
We talk about it many times.
Didn't turn it around, but he completely changed Ovechkin's career.
Yeah.
100%. Like, you never once would have seen Ovechkin block a shot purposefully before Barry Trotz. And he's one of the best coaches, I think, in the NHL. I saw a stat, and he was like the second longest coach to wait for a cup, and it was 19 seasons. And
I thought he was the longest.
No, like all time.
Yeah, no, I thought he was the longest.
Maybe it was the longest. I don't know, but yeah, he was up there, and it's like he deserved it. And I don't know if you guys saw on the NHL Network, NHL Instagram. There's a picture of him, and it was a quote, and it said, "My kids' can go to the Hockey Hall of Fame and say, 'There's Grandpa's name on the cup.' That to me means everything."
Yeah.
And chills, like that's
part of me is like more happy for him than Ovechkin. Like there is part of me that is like, you know, it's obvious it's the Trotz and Ovechkin most deserved probably to have it kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and it's like, listen to Trotz and all he's been through and all that. And we've said it before. Like, after seeing him on the road to the Winter Classic against the Hawks, was it the Hawks that one year or?
Yeah, it was the Hawks.
Yeah. And like, I gained so much respect for the guy. And it's like, it's just finally glad to see some of him, you know, reach that plateau.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, it's like you want to say, oh, like you're so happy for like a certain guy, but then like you think about the whole team, it's just like, how could you not be happy for all of them? Like Oshie, like how could you not be happy for a guy like that after, like we said, everything with his dad and everything, and then a guy like Backstrom who's basically been, you know, sitting behind Ovechkin his whole career, which nobody really talks about
player.
And he's kind of getting no love right now because everything's about Ovechkin and obviously Oshie because he's just gassing 2 beers at once in front of all the fans. I feel like Oshie's back into college form right now. He's just getting after it every second of every day, and I'm totally fine with it. I hope his wife is fine with it. I'm totally fine with
it. If Barry Trotz was to leave, he'd be the first coach since Scotty Bowman in 2002 to not return with his team the next year after winning the Stanley Cup.
It's crazy.
Scotty Bowman only did it because he retired.
Is there any chance that he doesn't go back?
Well, if they don't give him, his contract was $1.5 million, and if he doesn't get more than that, I'm not coming back because what's his face just signed, I think, with the Rangers, the new coach, first every year in the NHL, 2.5.
Also, the fact that Lou Lamoriello took over for the GM of the Islanders, and New York is not that far away from Washington. And he just can't duck weight. So you get Barry Trotz over to New York Islanders, John Tavares is staying.
You got to get somebody. You got to get a goalie.
I don't know. I feel like John Tavares is staying if Barry Trotz gets over there. I mean, obviously you need another goaltender, but that's a good selling point.
Oh yeah,
for a selling point.
And 12 games at the Coliseum. Huge selling point for the boys.
Shoot me now.
But yeah, it was a good final. Only lasted 5 games, but it was still a lot of fun. A lot of good hockey. It was great playoffs. I have not watched the Hockey Night in Canada. end of the.
I haven't done that.
I haven't watched it yet, which is always great if you don't ever watch those. Hockey Night in Canada does a tribute to the playoffs set after
I haven't seen
the
that
final
one.
every year, and it's amazing.
We've been pretty spoiled with the finals lately.
Yeah.
Going back, Nashville-Pittsburgh was a fuck ton of fun last year. San Jose-Pittsburgh was a ton of fun the year before. Hawks over Tampa was one of the best finals I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And then LA Rangers was the last kind of dud, I guess, if you want to call it. That was still kind of exciting. But
I feel like both LA ones were the only duds.
Yeah.
In the past 10 years.
Yeah. Really just
also
lucked out.
Lars Eller.
Oh my God.
Fucking monster. He came up out of nowhere. Even when Backstrom went down, he stepped up huge, and he gets the fucking Stanley Cup winning goal. I want to know the last superstar that didn't score the game-winning goal. I was thinking about this, and I meant to bring it up before so we can look it up. Because, Hornquist got it last year. He's kind of a big name, but not like Patrick Kane got it in 2010. That's what I'm thinking. I guess Duncan got it in 15. He's a big superstar, I guess. But yeah, and it's
Alec Martinez.
Nah, that's not a big name, I don't think.
You are looking for a big name?
Yeah. So it'd be Chris Letang.
Yeah.
I forgot Letang got it. Because I feel like it's just whenever it comes down to it, a lot of the fourth line guys get it. Like Talbot, the year the Penguins won.
Mm-hmm.
He had 2 goals that game. They won 2-1. Huge.
Ruslan Fedotenko for the Lightning in 2004.
Yeah. Rupper, come on.
Marty LaPointe, Darren McCarty, Yuri Krupp.
And McCarty's was filthy.
That was disgusting. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool how the fourth line guys, or not the big name guys, get a lot of the big time goals. And also it was kind of when he scored that, it kind of felt like when Detroit beat Pittsburgh and Fleury fell backwards onto the puck and put it in his own net.
I was thinking about that.
It kind of felt like that, and I was like, oh man, I think they're done. So that was crazy.
Yeah, pretty insane.
One more thing. Holtby and Ovechkin are on Jimmy Fallon tonight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Christ.
Set the DVRs.
Yeah. Jimmy Fallon is going to be plastered. So, yeah, Poetzy, you had some trivia?
Yeah, it's kind of random now. Actually, let me...
Took a break?
So it was game... I want to say it was game 2.
You didn't text it to us.
I didn't?
No.
Damn it. I want to say it was game 2. I was listening to the radio.
We need to be prepared.
I was listening to the radio of the game. I was driving home. I think I was coming home from practice or something. And somebody got taken down on a partial breakaway, and the guy on the radio was calling for a penalty shot. And I stopped and I thought, when was the last penalty shot in the Stanley Cup Final? Do you guys know?
Never.
Fuck.
Is there one?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it in the 2000s?
Yes.
2003.
What'd you say? 2003?
Yeah.
No.
2005.
There was no cup.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
2001.
Nope. This is starting to be painful.
2000.
Really? Because how long did it take you to realize it? Or did you Google it?
I looked it up.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, don't say it's painful. You cheated. Give me the team.
Well, if I give you the team, it's going to give it away a little bit.
Yeah.
Anaheim.
2000. I said 2003.
Is it 07?
07.
Oh, fuck, they did play 07.
Chris Pronger.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was 05. Chris Pronger was the last one to score. He was the last one to score in the final. He beat Cam Ward in game 06. In game
like I said,
2, I think.
I nailed it. I said 05.
And then in the 07 final, Antoine Vermette for the Senators had one against Giguère, and Giguère stopped it.
Vermette was on the Senators?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
That's where he started.
Wow.
No, yeah, I completely forgot.
Now, here's my fun fact for you guys that I read, because this is incredible, and I don't know what I would do if this happened to me. For possibly the first time in professional hockey, a player was awarded 2 penalty shots on the same play. This occurred on Friday, November 27, 2009, in a game from the ECHL, the East Cheese Toast League, between the Utah Grizzlies and the Alaska Aces. Vladimir Nikiforov of the Grizzlies was pulled down from behind on a breakaway, and as the play continued, the opposing team knocked the net off the moorings intentionally. Once the referee stopped play, he awarded Nikiforov 2 shots, with the second being negated if a goal was scored on the first. But the goalie stopped them both. So he got 2 penalty shots and couldn't score on a single one. So I was looking that up, and I was upset that there wasn't a penalty shot in the game, because now it just seems like a little random stat. But I found that last one, and I was like, I got to talk about this.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That reminded me, Jay Beagle, first ever player to win ECHL championship, AHL championship, and NHL championship. Yep. So praise the Beagles.
Praise the Beagles. Good old, I love my Beagle. I do love my Beagle.
So yeah, we kind of got a new little segment to the end. Sometimes with Riding Pine, sometimes without, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was brought up to us by our good friend Roy Gator. It's kind of a marry, kill situation, but it's sign, trade, and buyout. So essentially, it's 3 players that you would, and you have to pick one to sign, one to trade, and one to buy out. Right? I'm doing it right.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. And we just thought it was a cool concept. He brought the idea to us, so I wanted to make sure I gave him credit.
And we talked about it. We're clarifying it's based on currently, like their current abilities, like and stacks and all that kind of stuff.
Like
we're
not like overall stature.
Right.
Yes, and unless it's
a legend.
A legend, yes. If it's an active player, it's what they like this season. What would you do with them?
Right.
And so yeah, it's definitely open up to options. Anybody out there can definitely send in 3 players that they would like to see what we would do. And after the show, if you guys are listening and you want to comment what you guys would do with the 3 players that we talked about, we're 100% down to listen to what you guys have to say. I am scrolling, and
are you trying to find the players?
I have it. No, I want to see what I said. I think I replied. I don't remember. So the 3 players that since he came up with the idea, we made him do the first 3, and he came up with Phil Kessel, Austin Matthews, and Wild Bill Carlson of Vegas. So I am going to give it to you, Jack, to start off.
Oh.
Either that you looked at me when you said that. I was very thrown off.
Sign Matthews, trade Kessel, buyout Bill.
Reasoning.
Yeah.
Austin Matthews, this thing is the future. Could be the future player you build around. Kessel, I feel. See, that was one. I would buy out Bill. The reason why I would buy out Wild Bill is just because part of me thinks it was a 1-year fluke with him. And I feel it would be better to buy him out versus. Now my reason I'm saying it out loud, I don't like it. You guys suck for making me talk out loud about my reasoning.
It sucks when you have to explain things.
Yeah, it does. I'm sticking with it. I don't care. I'm not explaining anymore.
Okay.
Poets.
I would do the same thing, except I'm buying out Phil and trading Bill.
So you're not doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're
not. Buying out Phil because it's starting to seem like Phil is becoming too much of a distraction for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Which is false because they even came out and said, the GM of Pittsburgh came out and said that it got all blown out of proportion.
Well, it still sounds like they're trying to ship him somewhere. But,
uncoachable.
Buy him out. buy him out, trade off Wild Bill. It might be a 1-year fluke for Wild Bill, but you could still get some value out of him right now. I mean, the guy was a 40 fucking goal scorer and went to the Stanley Cup Final. So, I mean, I feel like he might have a little bit more future value to him than Phil. And then Austin Matthews, if you don't re-sign Austin Matthews, you're stupid. So
Yeah. I'm on the same wagon as you. Austin Matthews, because it's Austin Matthews. And I'm trading Wild Bill. If it is a one-off year, fuck, you got the better end of it. Hey, welcome to our Bickle contract. 100% fine with it. And Kessel, just he's older now. Not saying he can't play, but I think that's the easiest one to buy out. And if I had a fan base, it'd be the easiest to explain to my fans why I'm buying him out.
yeah.
Damn, you guys put a lot of thought into your guys' moves.
Honestly, didn't take me that long to think of it.
No.
Jarom.
Nope.
I told you guys, you said fuck me, and I said I got what I'm gonna say. And you're like, damn it. So yeah, but yeah, it's a cool little thing.
Yeah, I like that game.
Right.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
Ray.
So if you're listening and you have future buy, or what is it? What are we calling it? Sign, trade, buyout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you got any players, legend currently, can we do a combination of both?
I'm saying no.
No combinations. Okay, fair.
Just do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. If you're willing to participate on the podcast, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and I appreciate it.
And I'll send you a shirt. Boom.
You're gonna send me a shirt.
I'm sending whoever participates. If someone sends one in, they'll get a shirt.
But I already have a shirt.
We just participated though, so.
Yeah.
And are you going to send us shirts? Because we already have.
I only have one for Mondays. I don't have any for the rest of the week. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that about wraps her up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next time that we do a podcast, it should be about November.
We'll be back in playoffs.
Yep. We should be able to do one potentially by the end of this week, if not by next week. So we'll have that out there for you guys. We got a couple big dates coming up in the old NHL. I sent them to our group, but I don't have them handy because I'm an idiot.
Definitely want to get one in before the draft, do a little draft preview. And definitely want to do an award show, one before the award show.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
we'll have to talk about the CPHL coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a future episode.
The draft is on the 22nd, so definitely get
free
one.
agency.
What's the award? When's the award show? Do you have that by any chance?
What's that?
I think they've announced it.
The award show?
The award show? Yeah, I don't know.
It's usually in July.
They're gonna have to put Vegas back together after the Capitals tore it down.
Oh God.
June 20th. June 20th.
Like I said, July. Just sticking along with my streak. But yeah, so lots to look forward to in the off season. Obviously, we're gonna do way more podcasts in the off season because there's so much more to talk about than when there's actual games planned. So
hopefully
get excited.
Hopefully get some guests.
Excited.
Yeah, keep it in check because let's not go overboard. But still gonna have fun. But yeah,
don't get Ovi excited. Get about Crosby excited.
Honestly, if you get Ovi excited, just have the camera on you 24/7 because I want to see what that's like.
Yeah, and also thanks for getting that excited about the podcast.
Yeah, that makes me feel good,
Dad.
So, so I think that wraps it up. This was the Khabibulin.
Hobby. The Bulin Wall. You can actually listen to this though. There's no wall in the way.
No, there's not. And if you are listening to this and you say you like Khabibulin, don't go like 80 miles an hour down a 45 in Arizona and get a DUI because that's what he did.
He didn't have to bring that up.
What a dick.
So, all right. So for Poetzy, Nolly, and Jarom, thanks for joining, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
You fucking ruined the end of it. Way to go.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jack.
Follow the guys on Twitter at WCBP, on Instagram, WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, the Windy City Benders Podcast. The Windy City Benders Podcast.